I don't know what
Our next guest is a scientist turned musician from Virginia. In fact, he's featured in a new Netflix series called Countdown Inspiration for Mission to Space. So during this series, it shows how he taught one of the civilian space passengers how to play an instrument while in space.
That's amazing. Okay, AJ's latest single is called Cooler, and he's here in the DMV this weekend and Monday for performances.
I wonder if you're laughing at my jokes on me. I don't know if you think I'm corny or I'm sweet. Oh, I'm way too wrapped up in these insecurities. I gotta calm down.
AJ, we are so happy to have you here on Great Day, Washington, a hometown boy coming home to play.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for having me. It's super awesome to be here.
All right, so you're from Annapolis originally, right?
No, my dad was Annapolis. I was on the other side of the Potomac, grew up in the Reston, Fairfax County.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. So you know this area pretty well, and you are coming home to play. What, for those that maybe haven't heard your music, who is AJ Smith? What is your music all about?
Yeah, absolutely. My music is all about inspiring, causing awesome, positive, and just emotional reactions. So I try to hit everything. I play over 10 different instruments, and I'm very inspired by classic rock and meeting modern pop. So it's just a lot of fun, big, bombastic sounding stuff that get really deep too.
And also, I mean, you know, so it's interesting. You know, I was stalking you yesterday on YouTube, and I found this quote. I think this quote summed it up for me after I saw you do your song called Billy Joel.
And you start crying. In all my pride, I never wipe your tears. That's when you call me insincere. You leave me.
This guy says, listen to the same stuff every day, and then I found this dude. His music is amazing, and his voice is immaculate. And that, by the way, is from Boo. And so, AJ, seriously, listening to you do that song called Billy Joel, it's like you reminded me of a young Billy Joel. I mean, your vocal power and the way you played the piano, I just said, this guy, you know, and again, you have a variety of different styles, but that right there, that's the check right there. But I'm looking forward to seeing you live, and tell us about that. In fact, I thought you had an accent when I heard you sing the first time.
Sometimes I do weird things when I sing. I don't mean to. Probably because I grew up listening to like British pop, you know, Beatles and stuff. And Billy Joel too. Yeah, I mean, so playing live, Jammin Java, coming back to my hometown because I went to TJ, grew up in Fairfax, so Vienna, right over there. Yeah, so playing there October 4th, super excited about that. Bringing my band. Haven't done that in over a year and a half now. It's pretty wild getting back with the band. I'll be playing Billy Joel. Billy Joel himself heard that song, invited me to open for him, so that may be coming up at some point.
What?
Fall or winter. Yeah, I mean, we'll see if our schedules end up lining up. I mean, hey, I'll make myself available.
Right.
But, you know, with COVID, having openers has kind of been a little bit tricky. Just it increases the risk for potential COVID cases on their crew and everything like that. So we have to figure all of that out. But yeah.
That is exciting. I mean, when Billy Joel comes to college, you can drop everything you need. But that's what's so incredible about music these days is the platforms that you put your music on. It's much more accessible, and people just get to see you a little bit more.
Yeah, the gatekeepers are different now. It's just social media and getting in front of people.
I got to say something, AJ. So people know, I mean, yes, you said you play 10 instruments. You're an incredible vocalist, musician, songwriter, but you're not just smart in music. Like, you were an engineer, right? You were kind of going down that path too, along with music, and you chose music.
Yeah, I mean, my first job was at the U.S. Naval Research Lab over in Southwest. And that was building infrared sensors for, doing research for the Navy, doing object detection and that kind of stuff back before you could pretty much do all of that on practically an iPhone. But, these were really big cameras. And that was really cool. But, it was kind of getting pulled in a couple different directions. And I remember I performed too with the American Youth Philharmonic Orchestra, which is based down there, and with the National Symphony Orchestra, and I was sitting up on stage playing West Side Story, the orchestral suites, and trying to pick between going to study engineering in school or going and studying music. And I like started crying, listening up on stage, playing the violin, like how could I give this up? And so I ended up going music.
Wow. So we're actually going to have one of our favorite musicians is actually a rocket scientist too. So wow. It's going to be it's amazing. So.
Hardly.
Real quick, AJ, you got a little friend there behind you?
Where'd she go?
Oh, she's gone. There she is.
There she is. Come here, come say hi. Well, it's funny you mentioned the rocket scientist thing. I don't know if you guys have heard about this too, but you know, SpaceX, they sent up civilians for the first time. And Chris Dombrowski, on that crew, he brought a ukulele up into space because he is an engineer who's passionate about music, and because he couldn't bring a guitar since it's too heavy, brought a ukulele instead, and I taught him ukulele lessons so that he could play ukulele in
wow.
space.
See, this has a whole bunch of little
Yeah.
This has a bunch of little nuggets in the interview. We have to, you know, find out about.
AJ, you are amazing. Thank you so much, and have a great time on tour.
Oh, thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing you guys.
Awesome.